Overcast day at Rentschler Field in Hartford, Connecticut, as we are set the opener between the Colonials and the Mountain Lions of Sacramento. And a good afternoon and welcome into the Men's Warehouse broadcast booth. I'm Mike Logan, glad to be joined by Scott Zolak. Time to welcome in the two other members of our broadcast team, Tony Terzi and John Chandler. We'll start with Tony. He's on the Hartford sideline. Just over a minute remaining in the first half. Culpepper with time, steps up in the pocket, launches it deep down the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Ryan Glasper out of Boston College, the local product, will return it out back across the 30. Second down and 12 now as McCown back to throw, sets up a little screen. Booker's got it. He's got a couple of good blocks. First down and more. Booker into the open field. Booker is going to go all the way for a Hartford touchdown. Lorenzo Booker on the screen pass to the left. It winds up an 80-yard touchdown and a 26-0 Hartford lead. McCown's going to throw, and again he's looking deep. Cherry is the intended receiver, makes the catch, and is out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Colonials, a 44-yard passing catch. So first and 10, the ball is at the 41-yard line off the play fake. McCown to throw again, this time deep down the sidelines. Got a man open, caught. Cherry, 10-5, touchdown. Jason Cherry, a touchdown reception, 59 yards, and it's 16-0 Hartford. Culpepper with time to the end zone, caught, touchdown. Nice grab by Joe West. And it is the first touchdown of the afternoon for Sacramento. And again, they are faced with a third down and long. It's 3rd and 9 as Culpepper out of the shotgun. Near side, nice jumping catch by Rod Windsor. It is a 15-yard gain, the coverage by Kyle Whitehurst.
That's a nice throw right there by Culpepper. Call this a fade stop where the defender is running with the receiver and he has his back to the quarterback, and all you do is throw it right to the back ear of the defender, and Windsor goes up and gets it at his highest point. That's a nice pitch and catch right there.
And a rare first down for Sacramento as Culpepper just across the middle dumps it off. Washington breaks the tackle. He's into Colonial territory and brought down at the 49-yard line. Manny Collins coming up to make the stop after the 10-yard gain.
Culpepper sensing pressure here. Yeah, they do a nice job with the pocket, though. He steps up and take what the defense gives you at that point. It's better than forcing it.
And on the draw, and a big hit on Washington, as coming up is Danny Lansana, the product of Connecticut, after a 1-yard gain.
That's the way you lower the boom right here. Let's take a listen in real time. There's the crack. He didn't even have to hit and wrap.
They made Washington earn that yard, or it actually wasn't even a yard gain. And out of the shotgun, Culpepper across the middle, complete again to Windsor. He's become his favorite receiver. It's down to the 30-yard line. That's an 18-yard completion.
Controlled no huddle Sacramento's using right now, and that's what we're talking about, the middle of the football field. There's plays to be made, but you got to have courage to go over the middle like Windsor did there. Culpepper did a nice job taking care of him, placing the football nice and low, where you're not going to ask your receiver to get extended.
And with time, and he'll come to this side and complete it again to Windsor. Whitehurst forces him out after an 8-yard gain.
You know, Mike, sometimes to get a quarterback going is the go-to minute. You know, I remember back when we were trailing the Minnesota Vikings that one year, I think it was back in 1994. Bledsoe went no huddle the whole second half, and it's about calling your plays that you feel confident you're going to hit. If you're the quarterback and you're running a controlled no huddle, you're not going to call something that you're not confident in. You're going to call the plays that you like, that you feel that you can throw in rhythm, and that's what Culpepper's doing on his drive. He's throwing in rhythm.
And by doing so, he's looking at short yardage situations on second and third downs instead of the long ones they've had most of the afternoon. Now he pump fakes. He was going to go long. He's going to step up and slide down right at the first down mark. You know, so early in the second quarter, we saw Sacramento start to move when they ran this offense. Then they had the penalty, and it totally took them out of their momentum.
They're called drive killers. You know, next thing you know, you're 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15. You know, they had a 2nd and 12 to start this drive. If it wasn't for the nice throw to Windsor on the catch along the sideline, and you take a look at his numbers right now, 6 for 6 on this drive. But here's your problem. You're in a little bit of a rhythm now. Now, granted, we do have an injury. He's looking to the sideline, trying to get the play in, trying to get his offense called.
That's Clint McPeak, a linebacker out of New Mexico. So Isaac Souls banged up earlier in this quarter, and now Clint McPeak will be helped off the field. It's hard for defense. So far has done an excellent job slowing down Culpepper. Sacramento's going to come out on an I set, one of the rare times they've run the I formation. The wing to the top of your screen. And it'll be Ross, who's back in the game. Great tackle by Julius Williams. He's another Connecticut product. And we'll slide down to John Chandler.
Yeah, guys, something to keep an eye on here with Corey Ross. When this drive started, he did not start the drive. He was getting worked on by the trainers in the upper body area. I'm told that he just had the wind knocked out of him, but certainly something to keep an eye on here, as we have not seen much or heard much from Corey Ross here this afternoon.
Well, they're trying to get him going, too, a little unbalanced look. That's not what you want out of your top back. Right at 2 yards per carry.
On a 2nd down and 11, that is incomplete, as Tate Biddle was the intended target, and it again will set up another 3rd down and long for Sacramento. And UFL Fantasy Pick'em, powered by RotoHog, award-winning fantasy sports. Play now for a chance to win tickets to the UFL Championship game. Look there at Clint McPeak on the Hartford sideline. 3rd down and 11. Culpepper feels the pressure, floats it up, caught, and it's a 1st down inside the 10. A 15-yard catch. Sonny Shackelford hauled it in.
Nice job by Dante Culpepper, filling pressure here, buying some extra time. Watch him hang. And what he did, he didn't try and throw this football through the wall. He put enough touch on it until his receiver could come out of his break and allow him to go downfield and make a room. Watch how he lays the football out to the sideline, away from the defender, and bring that receiver back down that stem.
1st down and goal as Ross gets the call, and again, not much room. Vince Ogabasi was the first stumbling block there, forced him back in. And a 1-yard loss there by Ross.
Ross is a stout guy. And we saw Fred Taylor up here with New England. You look at a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew. He's got those big legs like LaRon McClain from Baltimore.
He's played in 10 games with the Baltimore Ravens in the 06 and 07 seasons. His pass complete to Kai Brown, and Kenny Ingram drops him down after the 4-yard gain.
It's a nice easy play fake by Culpepper. All they did was bring the fullback from the other side. That's a good throw, keeping it out in front of him. Allows him to pick up 2 extra yards on that. You got to be thinking 2-down territory here. If you're not getting in on 3rd, you're going for it on 4th.
Culpepper with 2 wide receivers, top of your screen. And he's going to have to take a timeout. You see what both teams have done. But
timeout, Sacramento. That is their first timeout of the 2nd half.
Culpepper got up to the line there, Zoe. Didn't like what he saw.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
So you got a quick timeout coming here.
Timeout brought to you by ConAgra Foods Foundation. Child hunger ends here. Well, we've seen Culpepper get in a much better rhythm here in this 3rd quarter after having really a tough start in the 1st half.
He's got his feet under him. He's throwing with timing. He's not sitting there waiting for things to develop downfield. He's not watching the rush like he was in the 1st half. His eyes are more focused upfield, taking care of his receivers and more worrying about the coverage that's being played.
3rd and goal. Ball is at the Hartford 3-yard line. And Culpepper with a short drop. He's pressured. He throws, and it is incomplete. Ogabasi right at his shoe tops. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's a good job getting rid of the football. And one of the big rules that you have to remember here now with the UFL, quarterbacks can ground the football in the pocket, meaning between that tackle box, that extended line. Culpepper's in the pocket. He doesn't have to get outside the tackle, is where the tackles are moving, the line directly straight behind him, and get it to the line of scrimmage. He could do it directly behind the center.
And Sacramento's going to send out Fabrizio Scaccia to attempt the field goal. It'll be a 21-yard attempt. Good snap. And the kick on the way. And it is good. So Sacramento is on the board. It's 27-3. Hartford the lead. We're back to Rentschler Field in a moment.